So I'm going to keep it classy until the last one. And the last one will be a little bit down dirty and nasty. Y'all okay with that?
Yeah. Very.
Okay.
Mine's good.
This is what freedom means to me. It is a fire burning deep within, the divinity that is my DNA, quietly urging me not to forget. Selma, Washington, bus boycotts, lunchtime countertops, or MLK. It is righteous leaders calling for unity, gun laws, and the necessity to allow me to live how I choose to be. It is the energetic determination and fearless women saying, follow me, this is the way. It is every endangered species that somehow manages to thrive and live again. It is denouncing hate every day in every way, no matter how big the hater in my face is. It is being able to obtain my every goal without having to deal with the negative thoughts and oppressiveness of people who simply have no belief in me. It is unapologetically me. I am freedom. Can't you hear those bells ringing? And in a world full of animosity, freedom is reaching the mountaintop, though many try daily to make your progress stop. Yes, this is what freedom means to me. And when it is uttered, even as a whisper, it is a song that every muscle in my body can remember and echo during the coldest days in December. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. I do not need a judge garbed in his black robe to bang his gavel to know. I am freedom. And no matter what may come to try and dissuade my drum, I will be permitted and granted the right to travel. For I am freedom. And I dare to live out one man's dream. I am the fierce urgency of here and now. I am the reality of justice and liberty. Freedom starts and ends with me. So I must open my mouth and speak. I am neither the rest or tranquility. I am simply me. I am freedom. Now, don't you think it's time you do more than just hear me? I am freedom knocking at your door. This is what freedom means to me. I love you. I am not naive, not brand new, and though I might have been born at night, it wasn't the last one, so I know. I know when guys say, I love you, it's code for, I just want one thing. I won't respect you in the morning. You shouldn't be here in the morning. He tells me he loves me, and I give him the look. You know, the one with the squinty eye that says we are both consenting adults, and it is okay if we want our bodies to become one, acceptable if we want to be covered in sweat, making sounds that can only come from your flesh, smacking my flesh in rhythmic consummation. So why do you feel the need to lie to me? That is the look I give him when he tells me I love you and he tries to draw me in emotionally. But he wraps his arms around me and forces me to look in the mirror. He doesn't exude the same energy I'm used to, but I'm held captivated nonetheless. And he kisses my jawbone. It's not the brotherly kiss delivered to my cheek, nor does it produce the passion when our tongues entwine. I want him to say, you are mine. I understand that kind of language. But instead, he says, you are beautiful and strong. And and he holds the gaze of my reflection until I must look away. I don't know what to say. For beautiful is something I'm called only after I've been torn apart, deconstructed, and left picking up the tattered pieces of my heart. And strong? Well, strong means I've done something wrong. Strong means you are ready to create art, and I am your canvas, and your fists, or whatever objects are near, are your brushes. Strong means I will be the king's forces and the king's men, and I must try to put myself together again. He tells me he loves me as he rubs his hands over every surface of my land. And I wonder, have I gained any weight? Have my curves become curvier and slightly more pronounced? Is my muffin top fluffier since the last time he discovered himself declared himself an explorer of my body? My insides cringe as I wait for him to announce the unattractiveness that is me. I can repeat word for word the proclamation that is coming. There is no need for him to explain that my body is an atrocity. But he tells me he loves me. His hands holding my wrist while his thumb caresses the place where my pulse beats erratically, and he intentionally lets me know that we are one. But my brain screams at me to run. Remembering the shackles that once held me bound to a bed as doctors and nurses used everything in their arsenal to stop the bloodshed. I know we are only moments away from when he asked me to tell him about that day. But he tells me he loves me. And because he's shown it so differently, magically, the walls that were erected begin to fall of their own accord. And I'm finally able to utter those words that before I couldn't even stutter. He tells me he loves me. I breathe deeply and give him the look. You know, the one where my eyes are wide open and possibly, okay, really, they are filled with stars. The one that says, I am finally ready and able to tell you about those stars. He tells me he loves me. And I tell him, I love you too. Here is the key to my heart. Please come in. I want you to get to know him. And he tells me he loves me. All right, I got two more for y'all tonight. Okay. Controversy. I am a walking, talking, living, breathing definition of controversy. But that doesn't bother me. See, I've never really been one to care how you view my life and all its intricacy. I have never tried to hide any parts of me from what you see. I am fire and ice, hot and cold, aware that you cannot serve two masters, and so I choose to be bold. That's right, bold. I refuse to live under anyone's hold, especially someone whose fall from grace is a picture painted so vividly in the halls of my mind's space, brought to you by years of Sunday school Bible stories. I have tried to carry this glory, wear it like a badge of honor, and wield it like a spear to tame and maybe one day conquer this fear. But I am human, made from dirt and a rib, plagued by a woman evicted from a garden all because she chose to sample the forbidden fruit. And I'm left wondering, was it bittersweet, tender, or just plain juicy? Nonetheless, it is this that I must attribute my detailed need for intimacy, and lucky for me, I am a storyteller, a magician with my words, someone for whom your imagination has stirred. Like I said originally, I am a ball of controversy, afflicted with a need to please, and somewhere along the line I hopped the fence and decided it was my ego I needed to feed. Yet and still, in spite of this greed, his light never dimmed from within. He remains ever present and ready to rectify all my sin. All I have to do is choose him. And to reiterate what I've already said, I am nothing but conflicting controversy. So instead of trying to plead my case with you, an audience whose fickle taste can't be satisfied, I will fall on my face and beg for his grace, and be forever thankful that he has mercy enough to cover me, a giant ball of controversy.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get, okay. So this last one that I'm gonna do for you is called Dear Diary. And a little backstory about this. I went, a couple months ago, I went to Maryland with some of my friends, and it was good vibes, and I was like, I'm gonna write a piece about going to Maryland with my friends. And then the next morning, I woke up, and I was feeling some kind of way, and I called my guy at work, and I was like, you have to come home. And he was like, no, I'm not going to. And I was like, no, you have to come home. This is an emergency. You have to come home and take care of this. He was like, I'm at work. I'm not going anywhere. And I was like, if you don't, I'm going to write a poem about it. Because I dare you. And then somehow the poem that I wanted to write about my friends morphed into this poem that I was writing about my guy not coming home. And it was called I Want To, and it's about sitting on faces. Okay, so then I did that poem, and I was at an event where all of my friends were at, and everybody knew them, and everybody heard their names. And the hostess of that event started talking mad trash to me. And I don't know about you guys, but when somebody talks trash to me, I don't like retaliate like right then and there. I think about it and then I write about it. So piss me off if you want to. But okay, so anyway, she didn't really piss me off. She was just egging me on. And she said, and I quote, you don't know I'm the Michael Jordan of that kind of thing. And you can mess with me and I'll have you like Dear Diary. And then I told her, I was like, I'm going to write a piece called Dear Diary. And I wrote a piece, which you guys are going to get to go home on. It's called Dear Diary. Hope sex doesn't offend you. Dear Diary, I met this queen the other day. She is a femme fatale, and boy, can she slay. She's kind of dangerous in that way. I was talking about sitting on faces, and she let it be known with no confusion in her tone that she was the Michael Jordan of that kind of gameplay. Her words were liquid heat, starting fires filled with all kinds of desires, had me asking questions like, damn, I wonder if he'll let me cheat. She rocks this low-cut fade, the perfect style for me to wrap my fingers around her head and push her to those places where I want her to tread. She was talking about wiping up puddles and cleaning up spills, not knowing that there was an overfill happening in my middle. I've never been much of a ball player, and I don't know about shooting any shots, but I am well versed in using what I've got. So I sought her out. And when I found her on the dance floor, before I could give a thought more, I was on my knees, my tongue begging to knock on her door, my hands holding firmly to her hips, but yearning to explore. Oh, diary, what I would have given for a chance to be driven by her. Diary, you know it's been way more than a year since I've been this enthralled by a woman. I don't even take that scenic route anymore. That part of me is like a drought all dried up and no trace of what was once there, but her words, though spoken from a stage, were so flirtatiously suggestive. I know they were meant especially for me. And they were like magic seeds, and everything within was ready to sprout. Diary, I wonder, could she see my erect nipples pointing out? Diary, she moves like Joan of Arc, a mighty warrior, a conqueror. Under her gaze, I felt like a fish, and she was the shark. I wanted to scream, I give up! Just eat me, queen. But then I'd have to let her know that it was more than just a show. I wanted her to step out of my dream and strap it on. I wanted my cream spread all over her. I want to devour her intimately in the most secret of spaces. Diary, I can't conceal her identity, for I must have Kula Von Seal at my